Hello, you beautiful people. Oops, I forgot my microphone. Plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. Remember that commercial? Okay. Hi guys, this is Rachel Kirkland, the Modern Shaman, and I'm going to do another question and answer video today. I'm trying to catch up on my videos, and so I'm going to read a question and jump right into the answer. I will remind you though, if you are new to me, please connect. My website's themodernshaman.net, and there's a lot of ways to connect, whether it's this YouTube channel or on my Facebook or on my business Facebook page or on my regular Facebook page, which, you know, I do the live feeds, or coming to see me in an event or a different conference I may be speaking at. A lot of ways to connect with me. Personal sessions. I do Skype sessions, phone sessions, and then obviously in-person sessions. So there's lots of ways to connect and engage in all of this. So I'd encourage you to if you feel led. All right, enough of the spiel. Let's get into this question. Okay, I'm going to read it and then answer it. Okay, I have a question for you. Can you make a video on it? There seem to be a lot of up-and-coming healers in our field. The more mystical experiences I have and share ESP with the angels, I'm having certain people attack me, saying you're Miss Healer or you're such and such, feeling like they're condescending me or projecting. I don't like this place of doubt. Can you give any feedback? Okay, so I get, you know, the kind of theme or question here is once you're stepping out in your truth, whether it be in this genre of what we do as healers and light workers, or anything else that you feel led to share and step out in, when you start getting negative feedback, or people projecting their own kind of views on you. I think that's a pretty common experience. So let's go into that. I'm going to quiet myself a little bit, center into the question, get to the energy in which she's asking it in, and then I'll get back to it. Okay. So I just did a video a minute ago about kind of like suffering and humanity, and Spirit's kind of coming back with another similar energy to this, which is very simple. Like, I feel like Spirit's saying all is well, like it's fine, be at peace with whatever you receive back, because your peace doesn't come from the receptivity of your message. The peace comes from sharing your message. So much of there's a beautiful thing in feeling validated and appreciated for what you share with the world. I fully acknowledge that. You know, it's not like I'm saying you you know, if you're a light worker in total peace and space, you should feel wonderful whether you get, you know, crapped on after after sharing yourself or get, you know, heralded. I understand there's an emotional attachment to what you have to say because it's from your heart, and it's a very vulnerable place. Just like an artist or a musician sharing, or a poet, you know, sharing their work, it's a space of vulnerability to share your truth, and it can hurt deeply when it's not received the way that you had in your heart. And I have completely experienced that as well. And I've shared a lot of that. If you've been with me throughout my kind of experience on Facebook, and when I started kind of doing videos, which is only about a year ago that I started actually showing my face on things. You know, for a long time, I just had a Facebook picture that was like, I can't remember what it was, but like the ocean or something that wasn't my face. You know what I mean? I wasn't like showing me, and I wasn't doing videos, and I wasn't, even though I was meeting with clients, it was very much not media mainstream kind of thing. And when I started doing that, it was a vulnerable place. The first video I did, I couldn't watch it before I posted it, because I knew if I watched myself, I wouldn't let myself post it. So it was like, I was like doing it, you know what I mean? And like post, and then like not wanting to go see the response kind of thing. Just because of fear. Flat out, you know what I mean? That was where I was. But more of doing it brings more peace in doing it. And not all the responses were positive at first. I did a post where I cussed, and I got somebody that just reamed me. I've gotten people calling me the devil, and, you know, I've gotten stuff like that. Okay? So I'm with you. Ooh, this is a low battery. In this question. When that happens, and this is just me, but you asked me the question, so I'm coming from my heart. If I can center myself in love and ask Spirit, like, what is the best way to love this person in this moment? Because it's not about you. If they're projecting that on you, it is their experience. They are seeing you the way they choose to see you. And you can never control the way someone else sees you. You can't. You can literally be the same person and two different people react to you completely different. Somebody love you and somebody hate you for doing the same exact thing. You cannot control someone's reaction to yourself. So you cannot live from that space. You have to only live from your own integrity at all points. So that being said, like, if something comes up or you're in that situation, or, you know, I can use that example of being called like, you know, the devil, and being just reamed for teaching the devil's work and all this stuff. When I tuned into that and I settled my heart and I connected with that individual, so much of their energy was coming from a place of love. It was their belief that what I was doing was harming humanity. So they were reaching out from a place of themselves loving humanity, so much so that they wanted to put me down because they believed I was harming humanity. So their heart was it was pure. Like when I tuned into them, I felt that. I felt that it came from a place of purity, no matter how kind of like contorted and twisted the words were, which were really harsh and aggressive. It's still, when I tuned into their heart, I could see that. And if you can, and which it sounds like you can, intuitively as a healer, connect with that individual to ask Spirit, like, what do they need the most? And so, you know, with that experience, I was able to just validate that, like, I know, and respond saying, I know that you're coming from a place of love. I can genuinely feel that. And I think that's a beautiful thing, because you love humanity and you sincerely want the best for humanity. And I do too. We're in total vibrational alignment there. So, and then there's a space of like me knowing that I have peace in that. There've been people that have gone out of their way to prove that what I'm saying is false, you know, as a anything about the future, or that I don't have connection in that way. And I've shared this before as well, when I've tuned into those individuals, and it is a very individual thing, these experiences, you will have to kind of tune into that individual, because they're all coming from their own perspective, and they're all projecting from and viewing you and perceiving you from their own experience, their own views, their own beliefs, their own heart of the matter. So go to their heart to understand what they're really saying, not the words, not the way it's coming out. Connect with their heart from that space, and you'll see what they really like, and ask, like, what is the best way for me to respond to this? Because from that space, like that, like someone trying to prove me wrong in terms of my psychic stuff, sometimes I can see that in their heart, they're just needing validation for their own personal beliefs. They have fear that what they believe is not true, and so they really project on you, like needing to know, to feel a sense of security in their own self and their own experience. So in that way, I understand that, and I can give them that. I can say it's fine. Then I start to not have any issue with them viewing me, you know, as a charlatan or something. that's okay, because I know in my heart they needed validation, and that was better for them than anything I could have given them as a psychic. You know what I mean? If I had done a reading for them and tried to prove them wrong, they didn't need being proved wrong. They needed validation. That was the heart when I went to the heart. So go to the core if you're trying to love them, if you want to be of use in that way. But then there's that other side on top that I just want to encourage you to continue speaking your truth, to continue going from your space of integrity. And just only you know that. Only you know that. Sometimes people hit us because it strikes a chord of truth, you know, and so just go with your own integrity with that too. That's okay to be humble and say, yeah, I've kind of, you know, went off there, or said, you know, everything is two-way. We all grow from each experience. So I'm continuing to grow with every client that I serve. I'm learning more from them and growing in my way and expanding. I want to. I don't want to be stagnant in my growth and my experience. So I don't know everything. I never will. You know, we're eternal. So there's still a space of that too. But also just, again, coming back to just being at peace with yourself. I think a lot of it comes down to that. I have my kind of like tried and true things. I go back to my meditation and channeling if I'm getting kind of thrown off by something. And I have had those experiences, you know. I told you of those ones, you know, being called to all sorts of things, and wives saying I ruined their marriage because, you know, I was honest with their husband about them cheating if I saw them cheating, you know, I mean, just all sorts of things. But I have to come back to my internal peace in those times, and I would just, like, if that was happening, go to my meditation time and center in and get clear with myself and my own personal integrity and knowing my heart. And if my heart is not pure and clear, and I do have a sense of like I wanted something out of that, or I didn't handle it the best way, then in my humility I would handle it that way. But if there's an aspect of how can I best serve this person still, what's the best interaction I can have with them for the highest good, whether it be not trying to prove myself right, but instead giving them the sense of winning the argument, or you know what I'm saying, like, that's fine. It all comes down to love, doesn't it? Loving them. What's the best way to love them? What's the best way in this moment to share love from my purest intentional heart and highest vibrational space? I love you. Blessings.